Okay. Hello, hey everybody. Sorry, I had a problem launching. Didn't want to launch. But we're here, and we're here. Welcome. Thank you for coming by. They're gonna have a press conference coming up. There's a press conference coming up. I'm looking forward to that. Though they've said in a couple of news segments that the toxicology could take a while. But earlier today, they revealed that preliminary autopsy was that there were like no external like blunt force trauma, I guess. That's what they revealed earlier today. And now I guess we're gonna talk about this drugs. What were the drugs on the counter? And I don't know. I know some people not into politics. I covered the Trump stuff. I was on Ick and Mel Politics. I was getting tagged. Twitter was blowing up. I was like, let me go check it out, because this says something was happening with Zelenskyy and JD Vance. I launched a live. I did it on the political channel, and holy moly! If you haven't seen it, oh my gosh! I had to send a clip to my mother. It's been the non-stop topic of Twitter, the internet, media. Crazy. I've never seen nothing like it before. And there's been a mixed review, mixed thoughts on it. People upset, people happy, people angry. Zelenskyy was supposed to sign something. He didn't sign. I think Trump canceled and Zelenskyy canceled something else. But he is supposed to be tonight on Fox News channels, or 6 p.m. tonight Eastern. I might try to watch it. Zelenskyy. I don't know what he's going to say, but yeah, it's not looking good. It was crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, so yeah, the drugs, honestly, man, it wasn't something crazy. It wasn't something crazy. They said here 2 different prescription medications and a 2025 calendar were found inside Gene Hackman's home, where he died along with his wife. Mummified bodies of retired actor Hackman, 95, and Betsy, 64, were found secluded in their secluded mansion. Amid speculation of their mystery cause of death, including suggestions by his family, the carbon monoxide poisoning, which I don't think, especially what they've been saying, I don't think. Police ordered autopsies and toxicology tests. The medications found: a thyroid medication in diltiazem, along with Tylenol. An open bottle of prescription was found partially scattered on the countertop. Now, thyroid medication and diltiazem. Diltiazem is like a blood pressure type of medication. Maybe there's different kind of uses. It's a calcium channel blocker. It works by affecting the movement of calcium in the cells of the heart and blood vessels. It relaxes the blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, and increases the supply of blood and oxygen to the heart while reducing the workload. It says here it's used to treat high blood pressure. It works to prevent coronary heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. It works by lowering your blood pressure and making it easier for your heart to pump blood around your body. Now, this is something too that, like I say, it takes time to start working in your body if you just start taking it. This is not like, from what I'm seeing, it's not like something you use in an emergency. Like, let's say you're having a heart attack. I don't think you can pop this and it's going to alleviate you like nitroglycerin would. So it's interesting. Why were these pills scattered? Whether it was diltiazem, they didn't specify. That's what I was wondering too. Which one of the prescription pills? So Tylenol is not prescription, so it had to be the thyroid or diltiazem. And honestly, man, can be for irregular heart rhythm, says RP. Carolina says he was having a heart attack. I don't know that this would suffice in a heart attack. Would diltiazem help if you're having heart attack? Or maybe he was just having chest pain. It can help prevent it by lowering your blood pressure, but emergency physicians commonly treat patients with arterial fibrillation, AF, or arterial flutter with rapid ventricular response. And IV diltiazem is most commonly used. IV diltiazem. Maybe he was feeling something in the chest. Maybe his chest was feeling funny. Maybe he said something to her. Or maybe she took the pills herself, an exorbitant amount, and ended herself. Press conference is going to be in 10 minutes. So it's so weird. It regulates the heart rate. And Tylenol, you'd have to take a lot for there. I mean, you'd have to take a crazy amount. The diltiazem, maybe not so much. Diltiazem let me see. Diltiazem overdose. Can cause respiratory arrest, gastrointestinal system, nausea, vomiting, hypotension, which is really low blood pressure, brachycardia, which is really slow heart rate. 4 fatal cases of diltiazem overdose are described and compared. Previously published cases include all grades of heart block, hypotension, and ultimately death. Stop taking diltiazem. Call 911 if you take too much. You get severe pain in your stomach. The whites of your eyes turn yellow. Your skin turns yellow, although this may be less obvious on brown or black skin. Oh, yo, I didn't even see that. I don't know what that is. Hazley 30. What the heck? Bro, let me cover that up, even though I'm going to scroll. All right, so the press conference in 10 minutes. These medications, I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, well, I guess what you can think about is he was taking medication for his thyroid and for potentially his blood pressure or his heart rhythm. You know, and years ago, they said he was told to stop doing the job he was doing because of the stress and what it was doing to his heart. And there were 4 cases of diltiazem overdose. I don't think this is what happened to him. I wonder if she went in there and popped all these pills and fell out on the floor after something happened to him. Somebody said they thought she pushed him and he died, and then she was so guilty she went and started taking his pills or something. Or something happened to him and she rushed and ran to the bathroom to grab his pills and slipped. But the interesting thing, if you think about the wording on the affidavit, they say that the pills were scattered on the countertop. I don't know. I mean, if she was grabbing his pills and while she had it in her hand, she fell. Like if she slipped and fell, you would think that the pills would be scattered on the floor. But they mentioned the pills just being scattered on the countertop. I don't know. I mean, they'd be able to check her stomach, maybe. I don't know. Just wondering if she started popping a bunch of these pills after something happened to him. Well, that's a good question. That's true too. That's a good question. You say, Diane, how do we actually know the medication was his? Yeah, you're right. I don't know actually. They said
Jen DeLeon donated $5 through Super Chat. News conference on the Hackman deaths right now.
Yes. Let me check the website. I haven't checked the website. Let me see. I thought it was supposed to start at 8 minutes. They're not live yet, but it is going to be a press conference soon. Thank you for the 5. Let me just see if there's any feeds online, but I was looking at the page. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's a... Thank you for that. There is a live feed. What I can do is I can put the live stream up on the screen here, and I'll keep reading the article off the screen. Press conference coming up. I think it's going to be a big one. They're saying Santa Fe County Sheriff Office holding a press conference along with SF City Fire. I'm assuming it's going to be a big one. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, they said investigators searched the home and found thyroid medication and diltiazem and Tylenol, but they didn't specify whose medication it was. So maybe it could have been Betsy's for all we know, right? I was assuming it was his, but... And an open bottle of prescription pills were found partially scattered on the countertop. The countertop. Nearby. Partially scattered. Prescription pills was found partially scattered on the countertop. Why? Maybe she was running, and poured it out onto the sink or like the countertop. Or did she take a bunch of pills and the rest was scattered on the bathroom counter? And the thing, as far as the carbon monoxide, they said they've tested the couple's home for carbon monoxide and other foreign elements after the bodies were found and concluded the area was safe. The New Mexico Gas Company responded to the residents and was conducting active testing on the gas line. So they tested the gas line as well, and there was no signs or evidence indicating there were any problems. So, like, to me, that just rules that out. Unless something happened before, and I don't know. But I think if there was a leak, they would have been able to find some type of sign of there was some leak or something, or some type of crack or whatever, some leakage or whatever. And then the other thing too is initial findings noted no external trauma to either individual. No external trauma. So I guess like nobody came in there and beat them with something, with a bat or a hammer, or stabbed them or anything. 3 kids. I hope they do I don't know if they can do that. I hope they do an autopsy on the dog too. Marianne says, do you think it was an accident or murder unaliving? I don't think it was a murder unaliving. I think, to me, in my head, the possible theory is it's like somebody said, maybe they got into a fight and she pushed him and he died from the fall. And she felt horrible and went and took a bunch of pills. Or he had a heart attack. But the thing is, if he had, let's say he was having a medical condition and a heart attack, and she's running to get his medication. I mean, I guess she could have slipped, but you would think maybe she'd call 911 for a medical response. One of my friends told me too, like, she had said she thought maybe they just decided to end their lives together, but to me, that the only reason I don't see that being because they were in separate rooms. Like, I would think that they'd want to be together, holding hands, laying down or something, you know. You think natural causes for both, really? At the same time, they're both dead? So, Marie, what do you think is the Occam's razor explanation of this? What's the simplest thing? Natural cause? I don't think it's natural cause. I mean, maybe the guy, but the lady. Ooh, really? Teeny tiny. I was 29 at the time and was the healthiest and fittest I'd ever been and spent a week in the hospital. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, good afternoon, Deb. They're getting ready for this press conference.
To be continued.
Hackman was found dead in a mudroom just off the couple's kitchen. His sunglasses and cane were on the floor next to him, sparking speculation he may have died from a fall.
Got it. I'm just CS number. Yeah,
I'll mute that for now. We can wait till they start. He might have died from a fall. Could he have just fallen and died and then she went and offed herself? I don't think there's any way they both naturally died. He's 95, she's 60 something. Yeah, I played that earlier, Murky. I did a stream this morning. I didn't have any notifications though, by the way, but I did do a stream this morning, early morning, and I played that. And that was weird too. The LE chief, Today's Show, or was it the fire person, the EMT, somebody. They said that he said the front door was not open. It was not locked. Door in the back of the home was open a little where the dog's going in and out. Yeah, that's what I did see that too. I thought that was strange. I guess there's maybe the information was incorrect when it came out. I hope they clarify that with the press conference. Yeah, there's a thing called broken heart syndrome. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Hit the like button. About to get this press conference. Let me see what else they're saying here. They're saying in this article, while we wait, I hope they get to ask questions to the reporters. I really want to hear what the police have to say. There was no indication of a struggle. There was no indication of anything that was missing because some people thought maybe robbery.
500 likes. Like the stream for Mel, light brown skin.
20 months too. Thank you so much. Nat, almost 2 years. Holy moly. Yeah, if you guys get up out with the like button, the algorithm. Lots of tributes. Zelenskyy. Death. It shows you that there's only been 4 ODs on that. A 60-year-old man. This is one of the people that died, I guess, presented to the emergency room 2 hours after ingesting 8 grams of diltiazem, about 40 slow-release capsules, 200 milligrams each, in an attempt to unalive himself. The subject was treated with a gastric lavage and activated charcoal. They put that stuff in you, I guess, to absorb. Then a temporary transvenous pacing was also inserted, despite emergency pharmacological. Oh, here we go. I'll get back to that.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here today. I'm Jennifer Labar Tapia. I'm Santa Fe Film Commissioner. Today, Santa Fe and the film industry mourn the loss of 2 extraordinary individuals, Gene Hackman and Betsy Arcala.
Our thoughts are with their loved ones.
Gene was not only a legend,
and all who knew them and admired them. We join the film industry, their family, their friends,
Glad
and all the people of Santa Fe.
I feel like I've been
memory.
having to watch replays.
Yeah, a lot of catch-ups.
And now, Santa Fe County Sheriff Adon Mendoza will speak, along with Fire Chief Brian Moya from the Santa Fe County City Fire Department.
Yeah, I don't believe they were savage. Natural causes, no.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sheriff Adon Mendoza, Sheriff for Santa Fe, New Mexico, Santa Fe County. On Wednesday, February 26, 2025, at approximately 1:45 p.m., Santa Fe County Sheriff's Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to 1425 Old Sunset Trail, where Gene Hackman, 95, and his wife Betsy Arakawa, 65, and a dog were found deceased. An individual arrived to perform maintenance on the residence, became concerned after receiving no answer, and contacted neighborhood security to conduct a welfare check. Security then checked on the residence and observed Mr. Hackman and Miss Arakawa on the ground unresponsive through a window and called 911. Deputies arrived and gained access to the residence, where they observed Mrs. Arakawa deceased. They continued the search of their home and located Mr. Hackman in a separate area of the residence, also deceased. A German Shepherd was also found deceased, and 2 other dogs who appeared healthy were located on the property. Deputies then secured the scene and notified the Criminal Investigations Division. Due to the unusual circumstances of 2 decedents in the residence, there was a concern for scene safety. Santa Fe City fire personnel and the New Mexico Gas Company were requested to the scene to test for carbon monoxide or other foreign elements. The scene was deemed safe, and approximately 9:30 p.m., a search warrant was issued and executed on the residence. Now, collected from the residence, from this search warrant, there were 2 green in color cell phones, 2 bottles of medication, 1 bottle of over-the-counter Tylenol,
Over the counter.
my request medical records, and a 2025 monthly planner calendar. Those items were secured from the residence for evidentiary purposes. The Santa Fe Animal Control Division worked with family to ensure the safety of the 2 surviving dogs. Investigation personnel worked diligently throughout the night and morning to process the scene for evidence. It should be noted there were no apparent signs of foul play. In the early hours of Thursday, February 27, 2025, Mr. Hackman and Ms. Arakawa were transported to the office of the medical investigator. An autopsy was performed. Initial findings noted no external trauma to either individual. The manner and cause of death has not been determined. The official results of the autopsy and toxicology reports are pending. Just today, I spoke to Dr. Jarrell, the pathologist from the New Mexico Office of the Medical Investigator. This was at 2:00 p.m. today. She advised that there were several tests that were submitted to be expedited. She revealed to me the following information. Both individuals tested negative for carbon monoxide.
Oh, there you go.
An initial interrogation was conducted of Mr. Hackman's pacemaker. This revealed that his last event was recorded on February 17th, 2025.
Holy shit. That's
I was advised that a more thorough investigation will be completed. That'll conclude my statement. I will take a few questions, and just so everybody knows, this is an active investigation still. I'll take questions.
Sure. Based on what you know about the conditions of both the bodies, who do you believe died first?
That's a very hard thing to determine. Even with the assistance of OMI, we asked that question because that's a question that we want answered. That's a very hard determination to make, and I don't think even OMI could make that determination based on the initial autopsy. Any other questions?
Mr. Sheriff,
In that 2025 planner that was mentioned in the search warrant return, were there events scheduled for either member of the couple for the coming weeks?
Again, that'll be part of our investigation. We will look and try to gain access to the cell phones. We'll be analyzing cell phone data, phone calls, text messages, events, photos in the cell phone to try to piece a timeline together. One of the things is in an investigation is we try to piece a timeline together, usually before the event happens, and that gives us a lot of information. But in this case, it seems like we're doing a reverse timeline. We're doing a timeline from the time of death and the autopsy and the results, and we're going to start working our way backwards. We're going to do both, and then hopefully make a determination what may have happened to both the individuals.
On that timeline,
Sasha.
When you were saying the last event on the pacemaker was February 17th, would that kind of give you a sign that's probably the day that he died, so they've been dead for about 10 days?
According to the pathologist, I think that is a very good assumption that was his last day of life.
Sheriff, is there any surveillance video?
Matter of 10
why are
days.
the pills such important evidence?
I'm sorry?
The pills.
Okay.
The finding of the pills being such important evidence, and could that have been part of the cause of death?
Well, of course, they're important evidence. These are things that I think are important for the pathologist and OMI to consider to try to make a determination what the cause and manner of death are. So all that information is collected, not just for us, but we can provide that information to the pathologist and OMI so they can try and make a determination of what the manner and cause is. And I think that's important for OMI also.
Sheriff, was there any surveillance video, and is that helping you to determine what may have led up to this?
That's a good question, and that question's been asked. So, I respect the Mr. Hackman's and Ms. Arakawa's regard for privacy. I think everybody here understands that they were very private individuals and a very private family. There is no surveillance, as we know of right now, in the interior of the residence or the exterior of the residence that is going to help us determine a timeline or events that happen.
Bro. Mr. Sheriff, have investigators,
Sir.
Tom Manzo with CBS News, have investigators been able to get into the obtained cell phones?
Not at this time. We have them in our possession. Those were collected yesterday. It's going to take a process. We do have software, and we may have to reach out to other agencies for assistance to get past, if they're password protected, to get past the passwords and gain access to that information. So this is some other things it's going to take a little bit of time.
Sheriff, is there any information on the dog? There are names, Michaela McClellan from the Albuquerque Journal, there are names on prescription bottles. Do we know any idea as to who was taking any of those medications?
There you go.
Yeah, due to HIPAA, I don't want to release who the medication was prescribed to or what the medication is. I think there's a HIPAA concern there, so I won't release that information.
Sheriff, do you know the nature of the pills that were found by what were those pills there?
What were they? I think I just answered that question. I think I stated I'm not going to release the actual medication or who it was prescribed to due to HIPAA questions. Sir.
On the carbon monoxide part of it, does that rule out carbon monoxide, or is it possible it kind of dissipated from the body and you just weren't able to find signs of it?
I think that's a question for the pathologist. It's with that information, I'm assuming that at the time of death that they were negative for carbon monoxide, which means to me that that is possibly ruled out. That's another conversation I think that we will have with the pathologist and OMI to make sure that that's still not indication, but it sounds like that's ruled out.
Were there any signs that Betsy was under any form of distress?
I don't have that information. Again, I didn't personally see the individuals, so there's no indication that there was any stress. There was no indication of any of that I can tell or that I can share, unfortunately.
Has foul play been ruled out?
Hold on. Anybody else? I know you've asked a question, ma'am.
Sheriff, was there any significance to the space here being located near her head, that detail, and any more information about how the dogs died?
No, I don't think the space, now that we've ruled out carbon monoxide, unless there's something else that comes back in the toxicology report, that we have to look, we're going to look at everything, right? We have photographs, we've documented everything that was close to the body in the room, then we'll look at that a little closer. But right now, there's no indication that has anything to do with it.
Were you able to determine whether they fell or not? Like, was there any trauma evidence on the bodies to suggest a fall?
No, I don't think there was any indication that again there was no trauma indicated on the body. I'm assuming if they would have fell or injured themselves or a head injury or brain injury, that would have been discovered by the pathologist. So I'm going to say that they weren't.
Just to follow up, that you saw the sunglasses and the cane on the floor, according to the reports. That would seem to go against that. That's up to the detective and OMI to work out.
Sheriff, can you say?
I'm gonna take two more questions, and then that's gonna be it, sir.
Can you say what the space heater was powered by? Was it a gas powered or electric powered space heater?
I don't know that information right off the top.
On the timeline,
Sir.
How long do you think we'll have more concrete answers of what happened?
Again, we're waiting for the autopsy results and the toxicology. The doctor, the pathologist shared that information, which I think some tests were expedited. And so she shared that information with me because she thought it was relevant to the case and important for the public to know. I don't know. I don't know when the cause and the manner will will be determined officially, or when the toxicology results come. I'm assuming that pathologist will wait for the toxicology to come back, so that'll help her make her decision on what the cause and manner is. It could be months or 3 months or longer, in my experience.
When is the last known contact with either Betsy or Jean?
Again, that's been one of our challenges because of their privacy. So one of the challenges is trying to determine that timeline. I think the event of the pacemaker gives us an idea, but we're gonna sift through the cell phone records. We're gonna go through the planner. We're contacting workers, maintenance workers, family members, security. We're gonna be talking to security. It's a secure subdivision. There's in and out that I believe is documented. So we're working with them to try and determine, when the last contact was, and that'll help us put together the timeline. So thank you, everybody. I hope this answered some questions. And again, if we get more information, we will release that. I know there is concern and interest in Mr. Hackman and Mrs. Arakawa, and I just appreciate your patience. Thank you.
I missed the one part when he talked about ball or whatever. I might have to just play that part back. I really want to know too, the kennel thing. Was a dog in the kennel or not? But they got some stuff out there. I'm not sure what the fixation on carbon monoxide. They've already said the experts have been there and they checked the gas lines and they checked the area. It was safe. There was no sign of anything. And then the pathologist said the body didn't have any, and they're still like, but can it still be there? And is it still, bro? Move on from that theory. We got to let that one go. Right? We got to let that one go. Let me just play that one part. That was my first thought the morning I heard the story. But once they said they checked the place, they checked the gas lines, they checked the area, nothing. And now they even have some preliminary results with the autopsy, and they said there's none. So that's it. Let it go. With that part.
Well, of course, they're important evidence. These are things that I think are important for the pathologist and OMI to consider to try to make a determination what the cause and manner of death are. So all that information is collected, not just for us, but what we can provide.
That's a good question, Mary. I don't know. Does the Pacers do that? So yeah, the last cardiac event on his Pacers, that thing they have in your heart. What is pacer? It just keeps your heart beating or something? Keeps your heart. Pacemaker. Small device used for arrhythmia. Yeah. Small battery powered device that helps regulate the heart's rhythm. So does that stuff, will it send out some type of emergency thing if it detects something's wrong or that there's nothing happening? Yeah, I know, Hoax. I remember you've been saying that for a while, for days now, it feels like. Provides an electric shock. Okay. So the 17th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 or 10 days.
Provide that information to the pathologist and OMI so they can try and make a determination of what the manner and cause is. And I think that's important for OMI also.
Sheriff, was there any surveillance video, and is that helping you to determine?
Respect the Mr. Hackman's and Ms. Arakawa's regard for privacy. I think everybody here understands that they were very private individuals and a very private family. There is no surveillance as we know of right now in the interior of the residence or the exterior of the residence that is going to help us determine a timeline or events that happened.
Mr. Sheriff, have investigators,
Sir.
Tom Manson with CBS News, have investigators been able to get into the obtained cell phones?
Do we know any idea as to who was taking any of those medications?
Yeah,
What were those pills there?
What were they? I think I just answered that question. You know, I think that's a question for the pathologist. It's with that information, I'm assuming that at the time of death that they were negative for carbon monoxide, which means to me that that is possibly ruled out. That's another conversation I think that we will have with the pathologist and OMI to make sure that that's still not indication, but it sounds like that's ruled out.
Were there any signs that Betsy was under any form of distress?
I don't have that information. Again, I didn't personally see you know, the individuals, so there's no indication that there was any stress. There was no indication of any of that I can tell or that I can share, unfortunately.
Has foul play been
ruled out? Hold on. Anybody else? I know you've asked a question, ma'am.
Sheriff, was there any significance to the space here being located near her head, that detail, and any more information about how the dogs died?
No, I don't think the space, you know, now that we've ruled out carbon monoxide, unless there's something close to the body in the room, then we'll look at that a little closer. But right now, there's no indication that has any anything to do with it.
Were you able to determine whether they fell or not? Like, was there any trauma evidence on the bodies to suggest a fall?
No, I don't think, you know, there was any indication that again, there was no trauma indicated on the body. I'm assuming if they would have fell or, you know, injured themselves or a head injury or brain injury, that would have been discovered by the pathologist. So I'm going to say that they weren't.
Just to follow up, that you saw the sunglasses in the case.
That's interesting. So it's like, because if he would have died from the fall, there's no external trauma. So they're saying, like, you know, if she slipped and fell, let's say, like, she didn't hit her head and that killed her. Like, it seems like they're saying that's not even that. I'm wondering if somebody, and I'm almost thinking Betsy, the lady, the wife, unalived herself. That's what I'm starting to wonder. That's what I'm starting to think. I don't know. That this guy had a cardiac event and fell. His cane is there. His sunglasses are there. She freaks out. I don't know what she did. Why didn't she call 911? I don't know. She runs. Gets the medication. He's gone. Then she offs herself. But I just don't understand. Why not call 911? Maybe you can get somebody to save his life. Maybe he's still. I don't know what to think. Yo, Layla, they simultaneously had heart attacks. I don't get it, man. So she might have had a heart attack too from panic. Imagine maybe both of them had some type of cardiac events or something from what happened, from whatever happened to one person, and it triggered the other person to simultaneously have something too. So a cardiac event. Maybe they both had cardiac events. The medication. So they won't say the medication in the press conference because of HIPAA. Daily Mail. I don't know how they got the information, but they're claiming. At the top of this article, they're claiming the only thing they announced publicly was Tylenol. They wouldn't talk about the other prescription stuff. So the Tylenol they have is over the counter, but then they're saying here, however they got their information, that thyroid medication and diltiazem. And diltiazem is like a blood pressure, but it can also help you out if you have heart problems, you know, regulating your blood so your heart can pump the blood throughout your body easier. And even though I read diltiazem can be bad for heart disease, though, and he had a pacer. He had a pacer. I don't even think we knew that before. I don't think I've ever heard any mention of Gene having a pacer. So that's all kind of new. And they were asking about this. See, this was out even before the press conference, the medication and the 2025 monthly calendar planner. They were asking, was there stuff in there? What was going on with that? And just said, well, we're still looking into it. Indicating the couple were looking forward to the future. Police also listed 2 green phones and the couple's health records, but didn't go into detail. And they were very secluded, so and they probably loved each other very much. If something happened to one of them, maybe the other one was just in such shock. Maybe she found him like that as she went to go get her medication because she started freaking out. And so she runs into the bathroom. Maybe, I don't know whose medication it is. They won't specify either. Was it hers? Was it his? If it was her medication, maybe she runs in there like trying to scatter. She starts having chest pain to take her meds and she falls. Maybe she found him like that, or he had screamed, or he had said something, or whatever. Maybe she just found him like that. And in that moment, she's freaked out and her chest starts tightening. She starts having all these sensations as she runs into the bathroom and like trying to scatter to take like grabbing her, if it's her medication, grabbing her medication and trying to take it or whatever. And boom, she has a cardiac event too. Damn, really? Polk said in January 2024, an older couple in Alabama died 7 hours apart from heart attacks. I've heard of people like they're with a strong connection to somebody dying shortly after. Just the you know, the emotions and stress and everything. Wow. Brandy said, dude, my grandma had a heart attack when she saw my uncle have a heart attack. Wow. And I think so heart attack would be considered natural cause, I guess, huh? But if somebody was shocked by somebody else, is that still considered natural cause? Maybe. And they get into a heart attack themselves? That could be it. That it might be something just like that. The man, Gene, might have had a heart attack and she sees him and she's freaking out and she has an event too. Oh, Capstar said not all pacemakers are actively monitored like that. You know, and had they had security cameras, I guess they didn't. That's what police said, no security. Because I've been wondering for a while, you know, if you have that much money and assets, I understand privacy, but still you want some cameras, you know, just in case. If there was cameras, that probably would have solved everything right then and there. At least in a good idea of what happened. No cameras. How did the dog die then? The only thing I can think with the dog, which they still haven't specified kennel or not, the only thing they specified the dog was in the closet of the bathroom where Betsy died. Maybe the dog starved to death. Maybe the dog was, I can only think the dog was in the kennel, or the dog ate the meds. How long for a dog to starve? You see? To starve. Kind of a weird search to have on my phone. I mean, on my computer. A dog might starve. A healthy adult dog can go 5 to 7 days without food, but it's not recommended to go 1 to 2 days. So way past the time if they were there for 9 to 10 days. Dehydration too, yeah. Starved and dehydrated. We watched the whole thing, the whole press conference. Yeah, the other dogs were, it seems like they were loose and they were going in and out of the house. Taco stubble syndrome. Let me see. You can die from a broken heart. Not me. Let's get Taco Tosabu syndrome. Well, I shouldn't say that. You know, I don't know, because people lose their parents and stuff, and so I don't know. But I was being kind of sarcastic. Also known as a broken heart syndrome, is a temporary heart condition that occurs after a stressful event. Symptoms include chest pain, shortness of breath, and nausea, and can mimic a heart attack. Chest pain, shortness of breath, nausea, dizziness, unexplained weakness or fatigue, rapid or irregular heartbeat, severe emotional stress, such as death of a loved one, especially finding your loved one like that too, right? It's probably, I'm sure, traumatizing. Severe physical stress, such as a stroke or seizure, other stressful events such as domestic violence, financial loss, or major argument. Yes, it's possible to die from a broken heart, but it's rare. Damn. That's crazy. Well, seems like the two of them are riding out. She took good care of him. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what the pathologist can reveal, or else we're just going to have to wait for the toxicology. But hearing and talking and everything that we've said, I'm almost thinking nothing's going to come back besides their medications. They've already said no carbon monoxide, so. What does it say? Zelensky's gone crazy? Let me see. Wow. Damn, Trump must have really got to this guy. Apparently, they say he's over here posting every couple minutes or something. Thank you for your support, Justin Trudeau. Thank you for your support, Alexander. Thank you for your support, Alien. Thank you for your support, Stat Minister. Thank you. Wow, he really took this shit to heart, Andre. Thank you for your support, Peter. Thank you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on with Zelenskyy? Whoa. Is he kind of mocking JD Vance and Trump? Anybody that, if you didn't watch it, bro, you got to go. Even if you're not into politics, you got to go watch it. If you're looking for, bro, a laugh or just entertainment or just shock, I don't know. If you haven't seen this shit, you got to go watch the nuclear war that happened verbally. But so yeah, he's spamming all these people. Thank you. This is crazy. I don't know. I don't know if it's in good faith or it's like being facetious, condescending almost, maybe, you know, because they said he's not thankful. You guys are not, you didn't even say thank you. So now he's literally, and he thanked the president too after that whole thing happened. Wow. Damn, bro. I mean, somebody's got to be doing that. I wouldn't be sitting there typing all that shit. I hope somebody's typing it for him. So, and there was a lot of mixed reactions from it. I really hope that something, I mean, things are not looking good right now. Things are not looking good the way things went. But I hope they can work something out just to get peace. Hopefully, man. And by the way, what's his name? Kanye or Yee was spotted out in his merch in public today, apparently. With his swastika merch. 2025, the end of times. I didn't realize, it looks like he's saluting too. He's doing a salute for the camera. Jeez. Not a salute, but whatever they call it, it was a mess. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was pretty wild. Let me just see anything else. Friday night, Yee spotted wearing the swastika. So nothing with the Epstein files today. Supposedly, Bandy, or I forgot what Bandy. She had asked for by 8 a.m. the rest of the files for the Epstein files. Nothing was posted. I wouldn't hold your breath with that. And I think that's it for now. Rubio thanks president amid visible discomfort. Movie theater ceiling. The movie theater. Where was this at? In Washington. I thought this was like happening in a third world country or something. No casualties or injuries. Only two people in attendance. Some in a Captain America filming in Washington. The roof collapsed. Everything's falling apart. Jeez. Roof collapse. I thought that shit was somewhere else, in some other country when I first saw it. No.
Yes, I had to. Pretty close. How are you? Pretty sure. He's all dressed up today. President Trump, what's your message to Vladimir?
Is he trolling him?
President Trump, you got to stop me. President Trump, you got to Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Bro, I saw a clip that I thought was kind of vile a little bit. I don't know. There was this reporter, and I didn't see this when I was on the political channel watching it, but I'll share this portion with you. There was this reporter that was like, do you own any suits? And he told this to Zelenskyy. I was like, damn. He said, all right, I'll just play it.
Second question. My second question for President Zelenskyy. Do you ever, why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
Yeah, you have problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting
I don't have
the
such.
office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something like this.
Yours.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than Thank you. Thank you for
second question.
That was awkward as hell. Awkward as hell. I don't know why they asked that man that. And to be fair, somebody did say on Twitter or X that Musk dressed like that. Not maybe like that, but Musk kind of dresses not in a suit. He's like wearing a t-shirt or a jacket or something type of thing and some, Yes, Layla, I want to see it because I want to see if Zelenskyy addresses what happened today. It was crazy. Crazy. I thought he said costume too. I don't know what he was saying. For first drag. All right, guys. I'm going to head out for now. Thank you so much for hanging out. Please take care. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. Subscribe. And subscribe to the second channel and the politics channel too if you like. Some people, I get it, man. Some people just don't want to. Somebody was posting on my Discord that their family, it's just like tough and the political stuff, and people get very serious and the arguments are bad and like scary. I don't know. Some people just, That's why I try to do my little walks, turn off all my stuff. All right. Speaking with Joe Rogan today, Elon Musk expressed disappointment with the Epstein files.
Oh, obvious. Yes. Like known Epstein clients who are obviously extremely powerful, powerful politically and very wealthy, are Bill Gates.
What Francis?
Bill Clinton.
Meredith's doing better.
And Reid Hoffman. And some others too, but those three. So, why was Reid Hoffman so intent on destroying Trump?
Do you think it's because they're worried about the list coming out?
Yeah, one of the reasons. Yeah.
So,
I'm like, this is, so.
It's so frustrating to be sitting in a situation where the list isn't coming out.
Well, it better come out, hopefully tomorrow.
Why'd they release bullshit today?
I don't know.
What's the point in giving these people like a happy folder to wave around in front of the camera with nothing in it that's new? It doesn't make any sense. It's not encouraging.
Like I said, it's the tough thing that they've got is, they've been made captain of a ship with a hostile crew.
Right.
So they don't have it's not like you have like magical powers. You get made captain of a ship with a hostile crew. You still have a hostile crew.
Right.
You've got to bring in people who are gonna, be helpful as opposed to obstructionist.
Right.
But yeah, I think the public will be rightly frustrated if no one is prosecuted for the Epstein client list. No one at all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which, no one, like at least, I don't know, the top 5 or something, like some number there should at least be an attempted prosecution of the worst offenders.
Well, particularly if Ghislaine Maxwell is in jail for sex trafficking.
Yes.
Because, like, trafficking
that means sex
to
trafficking
who?
occurred.
Right. So she's in jail for it.
Yes.
So
who were the clients?
Yeah. Yeah, how do you put someone in jail and you don't even name the clients? That sounds kind of insane.
I think, yes, it would. Yes, because
just stunning that they've been able to hold it back for so long. It's really kind of amazing.
Yes.
Like when people say that people can't keep secrets, what the fuck are you talking about? Look at this.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of these things are not like it's common knowledge, but we don't actually have the proof.
Right.
So the proof is there. I mean, there's lots of videos. Yeah, there's lots. I mean, the dude is like a mountain of whenever they raided Epstein's place, there would have been like a mountain of evidence. Where is that mountain?
Right.
Like who took possession of the evidence?
Yeah.
Specifically.
Right.
The individuals.
Where are the tapes?
Yes.
How many levels of clearance do I have to get into the vault?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I mean, they got a bunch of stuff with Diddy. A bunch of evidence with Diddy. Pope Francis, they're saying, I heard somewhere that he was doing better, but apparently now he's doing worse as of a couple hours ago. Pope Francis on breathing machine after suffering sudden respiratory episode. So he's on a respirator, apparently, is what they're saying. 88 years old. Bronchospasm. A bronchospasm is when the muscles and the bronchi, the airways that connect the lungs to the windpipe, tighten and cause the airways to narrow, limiting the intake of oxygen. Okay. So, yeah, I guess he's doing worse now. He had some type of episode. All right. Oh, man. 22 minutes ago, the Trump administration is considering ending all ongoing shipments of military aid to the Ukraine. Woo. Wow. Well, I guess the UK can take up because the UK, a bunch of these people have come forward now and said they want to stand up and whatever. So I guess maybe the UK can start putting forth more money and take the responsibility, I guess. It's kind of ironic. Bernie Sanders says Trump berates Zelenskyy, the leader of the democratic country, courageously fighting the Russian imperialism, while he allies himself with Putin, a dictator who started the bloodiest European war in 80 years. Sorry, President Trump, we believe in democracy, not authoritarianism, which is actually what kind of Zelenskyy, I mean, I guess you could argue it. They have a law. They haven't done any elections, I guess, because of the war. So I'm curious what would happen if they did do elections. Will the people still vote for him or will they vote him out? Zelenskyy. Let's see. Trump spoke out.
What does Zelenskyy need to do to restart talks with you?
He's got to say, I want to make peace. He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things. He's got to say, I want to make peace. I don't want to fight a war any longer. His people are dying. He doesn't have the cards, just so you understand it, okay? I can tell you. I don't have to tell you that.
Lynn. I was just scrolling, seeing people's responses. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna head out. I guess I'll catch you guys later, man. It's been crazy. It's crazy, but be safe. Take care. Take care of yourselves. Oh my god, yo, is Hulk still here? Sarah, I just saw your tag. I was actually just talking about this earlier. If he's not here, I'll send this shit to him. Hold on. This was just kind of funny. I always kind of keep up with what's going on with Fusi. This guy's had multiple meltdowns and comebacks and coming like back and forth on the internet. Where's this shit at? So Fusi, he plans to do a 30-day water fast. He's claiming he's not going to eat anything. I don't trust that guy. He needs to leave the cameras rolling the whole time. He said he's not going to eat, no distractions. He's going to stream live 24/7 on Kick. And all he's going to do is drink water. He's trying to go for the World Guinness record for the longest documented water fast streamed live. So he's going to go to a cabin and do this. Bruh. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is that safe? I don't know. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. We'll see. There's a long story behind him. But yeah, it's just too long. We'll see too. A YouTuber. All right, guys. Take care, man. Be safe. Love you. Bye. Take care. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Fish Washington. Hey.